Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back with my old pal Stubbs McKenzie to finish his murderous, bloodthirsty rampage as I continue my shuffle mode play of Shadowrun Dragonfall, the director's cut. And last episode, Stubbs finally got to whet his unquenchable appetite for violence because despite Stubbs' repeated warnings, the elven contact who was supposed to be smuggling the team into Humanist territory decided to spend upwards of an hour negotiating passage through gang territory with a band of ragged, starving highwaymen. And Stubbs, his patience swiftly coming to an end, stepped in and settled the matter for both parties once and for all by murdering everyone. It was a truly Shakespearean spectacle, and just like Hamlet, everyone wound up dead. I mean, well, not Stubbs or any of his team, of course, but everyone else wound up either blasted, charred, or punched into bloody chunks. And except for the brief, blissful moment spent pouring a stream of cool, delicious Bud Light down his throat, the spurt of violence really was the first time Stubbs has felt alive in several days. It was glorious. And luckily, the action isn't even over yet, because just like Titus Andronicus, the first few murders are simply the opening act. They only serve to set the stage, folks. 2 more acts of bloody violence are about to ensue. So let's get to work here, because Stubbs and the team have an entire pulley club full of ass to stomp, so strap on those hobnailed boots, because it's time to get to work. Stubbs, of course, has infiltrated the scene when last we saw some pulley clubbers ran off in this direction. I think we'll probably be exploring the rest of the facility before we go and put hobnailed boot straight to ass, though. Opportunities for loot abound, and we're gonna stash any or steal anything that isn't nailed down, like robbing all of these footlockers. They all have a code. Well, that's delightful. I'm going to guess they all have a code anyway. I suppose we can check. They all have codes. All right, then. Well, I suppose we can always look for the codes and then make a little bit of a return trip over here. This is clearly locked by its redness. Of course, armory door. I can't help but feel that we have a decker who isn't necessarily pulling his weight. Hey, Blitz, why don't you take your nice 1920s accent there and, what do you say, pal? Do you think you could maybe crack open a safe or two for us there, Chief? Maybe, I don't know, do a little work. Maybe earn your pay. No, huh? All right, then. Piece of shit. All right, so we've got a note here on the kitchen counter. What the fuck is going on with the sparkly glowy bits? Is there some kind of raging out of control like grease fire going on in this kitchen? I mean, it doesn't look like the cleanest place. I wouldn't be surprised if the stove had a grease fire, but still. There's a handwritten note sitting on the table. Hey, Koppel, you come highly recommended. Anyone who did what you did to those elves will go far around here. You can hit the kitchen anytime, but otherwise stay close unless otherwise told. Your locker code is 2619, locker 3, Owen. Alright, well, I suppose we can go then steal whatever is in that gentleman's locker since he was kind enough to leave the code lying around. Let's go find locker 3 and rob it. Which one is locker 3? Are you locker 3? You are locker 2, so that would make this then locker 3. I'm assuming since this was 1, that was 2, this would then be 3. Excellent. And what was that code? Because Stubbs McKenzie, again, memory like a goldfish, 2619. Go ahead and get that opened. Excellent. Submit code. The locker opens with a click. There is a note inside. Recruit Koppel, your enthusiasm at the rally was more than commendable. Those Trog bastards really got what was coming to them. Volker wants to see you right away. His personal code is Pride. Share this with no one. Owen. Okay. Noted. Personal code, Pride. Share it with no one. Sure. Alright then. We can, I guess, do that. Back to stealing then. I was hoping there would be valuables or goods in that, footlocker, but I mean, these are a bunch of racist scumbags. They probably don't trust each other, even with locked footlockers, to get a turret here. Can we do anything with this? Turret 2. Leave the turret alone. Okay, I guess we can't do anything with that. I don't suppose I could crawl through this duct, can I? I mean, Stubbs McKenzie is a dwarf, and at times, being a man of Stubbs' size and girth does have its somewhat subtle advantages. The answer is no. We cannot crawl through a duct. Alright, well, I guess this isn't quite large enough for a dwarf. Then again, Stubbs drinks a lot of beer, so, you know, he's got a bit of a beer gut. Maybe his gut just can't quite wedge into the duct. I suppose that's probably the most logical explanation. Humanist Terminal, please log in to begin. Finally, fucking Blitz is doing some work for us. Thank you, Blitz. Hack this bad boy. Operations account information downloaded. We gain access to a list of Humanist safe houses worth some Nuyen in the right hands. Okay, not really what I was hoping to find. I did not get a chance to punch anyone in their genitals, and that's really all I'm looking to find. Humanist Polo Club logo fills the majority of the screen on this terminal. A welcome message written in cartoonishly aggressive font. Cartoonishly aggressive? How does that actually work? Is that like Marvin the Martian then, I'm guessing? I mean, he was kind of an aggressive cartoon, I suppose. He did have a gun. Just hack this open for me, Blitz. A list of the newest batch of Humanist recruits scrolls on the screen. Ah, excellent. Okay. So, once again, they want us to know that the door code to Stahl's office is Pride. Alright, then. And we also downloaded all of their... Excellent. Okay, so we got all of their locker combinations. We'll go back and rob those, then. Let's check this out. What are you? Again, Blitz, do your damn job. After a few minutes of sifting through account sheets, you find what you're looking for, a complete donor list for the Berlin chapter of Humanus. Good. Well, let's download the list. That actually was one of our mission objectives, I believe. You download the list to your PDA. There are quite a few well-known names on here, including a billionaire philanthropist and a children's Tridio show host. So great. Shadowrun Dragonfall wants me to believe that Barney is a secret racist. Unless you're purple and a dinosaur, fuck you. It's not I love you, it's you love me. Barney, unless you're also purple and a dinosaur, Barney wants your fucking guts on a stick. Barney is a huge racist. Underneath that gentle purple exterior, he's just waiting to bite into anyone of another race, creed, and or color. Fantastic. Thanks for shattering my illusion, Shadowrun. I thought Barney loved me and I loved him, but no. You can't let me have even the simplest of childhood joy, or to take it all away. This is why Stubbs McKenzie punches hearts out. He knows the truth about Barney now. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough road to get over. Do I really want to read humanist propaganda? You know what? No, I really don't. I don't want to read this. Is it all just like hate speech? You say they can't get a job because of the economy? Yeah, metahumans are why I can't get a job. I actually can't get a job because Stubbs McKenzie is a ridiculous functional alcoholic whose only interaction with other people is either attempt to seduce or punch with a fist. That's why Stubbs McKenzie is a Shadowrunner and can't get a job. I'm not going to read any of that shit. The reason Stubbs can't get a job has nothing to do with the fact that he's a dwarf. It has everything to do with the fact that he's a hyper-violent, drunken asshole. I'm not, you can't, I mean, I am a metahuman, but you can't pin my out-of-control drunken assholeness on my metahumanity. Those two things are unrelated. See, what you've done there, Humanist Polar Clubber, is you've made a false syllogism. Those two things are actually not related. It's a logical fallacy. You should maybe look into it. Anyway, back to the robbery, because Stubbs McKenzie, he steals, and he's not ashamed of it. So there's a 1. All right, then. So we have this list of codes. I guess we'll start with recruit. I mean, we know it's not Capo, because he's number 3. Which means these aren't in order, son of a bitch. All right, so let's start with 4176, then. Not correct. All right. What else have we got? It's not 4176. It's not 2619. Is it 1409, perhaps? Are you it? No. All right, then. Also not it. Stubbs McKenzie applying a little bit of process of elimination here. This has got to make for some exciting content. Let's see if this is Jack Bauers' footlocker. Let's try 3706. It is Jack Bauers' footlocker. Also, Jack Bauer, I'm very disappointed in you. 1, you've joined a hate organization. I mean, you are Jack Bauer, so we have to assume it's to try and infiltrate it for a more noble purpose. And you also have drugs in your locker. Jack Bauer, how the mighty have fallen. Now I'm beginning to wonder if that was actually Jack Bauer's locker, or if Jack wasn't just keeping some of Kiefer Sutherland's drugs in a locker. He'd be like, oh no, it's Jack Bauer's, it's not mine. Those don't belong to Kiefer. Anyway, let's try 4176, I guess. This is thrilling gameplay, by the way, Shadowrun Dragonfall, I gotta say. Fantastic use of my time. I feel well rewarded for this, finding drugs. It's not Capo 1409, perhaps? Okay. Excellent. What do we got? This locker has a note in it. Alexander, you have seemed less than enthusiastic in our education sessions. Please understand that we are not a shelter. We are a factory that refines the dross of society, people like you, into strong, pure warriors for humanity. In the future, see to it that you are on time and well rested. If you drop the ball again, you're going to have to little talk about your future in this organization. Volker Stahl. Dietrich, Dietrich snatches the note out of your hands. I knew it. I knew that Alexander would not buy into that bullshit. He reads the note over again, his lips moving with the syllables. Come on, boss. He's still here somewhere. There's still time. Okay, well, I'm real glad I brought you, Dietrich. It's good to see that your little friend there is still around, I guess. And hanging out with a bunch of racist pieces of shit. So it's not, it could be 4176, I suppose. Ah, it is. Good. The locker opens with a click. Strewn in among the pile of dirty clothes, you find a cred stick. 277 credits we got for that. Boy, that's okay. I mean, it's not 0, so I won't really complain. 277 credits, that much new yen. I mean, we could hire a Shadowrunner for a Shadowrun for 200 cred sticks, so we should be able to buy, what, like half a pallet load of beer with that kind of cash? Let's try 2114. Nope. Alright, so it has to be the other one then, because it's the only other possible alternative, so it's 1106. Process of elimination, folks. It works. Locker opens with a click. Inside, you find another fucking note. Because I know that's what I keep in my fucking footlocker. Always, that's where I store all my personal correspondence. Yeah. Friedrich, I am pleased with how well you're doing. To show my growing trust in you, I'm giving you a new assignment in addition to your trainee duties. Beginning tomorrow, I would like you to tidy the armory. The access code is Purity. See that you don't forget it. Tomorrow evening, I will expect to see a full inventory of the weapons in our arsenal by nightfall. With it, you will deliver me a requisition order for the weapon of your choosing. Your pick, my boy. I leave it up to you. Congratulations, Friedrich. This honor is well-deserved. Signed, Volker Stahl. Alright. Well, we could get into the armory now. Access code Purity. You gotta think, with like codes like Purity and Pride, this is a hate organization, right? I mean, it's sort of like the Shadowrun equivalent of, you know, something like the Ku Klux Klan or the neo-Nazi skinheads, something along those lines. You really think that Pride and Purity would be, like, among the first things that someone trying to get in the armory would fucking guess? Let's talk about poor password security for a moment here at Polar Clubbers. Because you got it. In spades. Anyway, locker opens with a click. This one is fucking empty. Alright, well. I guess we'll go rob the armory then, because it's on the way. Might as well. Also, it's an armory. Odds are fairly strong that there's something useful in it, so we'll take a check that as well. There we go. Open the panel. It's Purity. What a surprise. There we go. Armory door slides open with a hiss. We're in. There's another turret. Can we do anything with this turret? The answer is no. So I guess we'll leave the turret alone. Alright then. Medical supplies. Okay, we added a trauma kit. That's good. It's in here. An advanced med kit. I guess we'll just send that item to our stash then. Send this item also to our stash. Box of grenades. Well, this will be quite useful, actually. What are you? Minaku's top-of-the-line flash grenade does minus 3 AP to everyone hit by its blast, makes targets easier to hit. What would I like to do with this item? Well, we're going to keep on these trauma kits. Can I send this item to my stash? Swap with another item will be sent to stash. You know, flashbangs aren't really that good, and we already have grenades. Let's actually just send that item to our stash. Confirm, please. Cavalier's midline frag grenade. What would you like to do with this item? Is it better than our current frag grenade, or it's actually the same? So I guess we'll send this item to our stash. We already have one. Packed with phosphorus, this grenade explodes, causing an additional minus 6 hit points for 2 rounds. What would you like to do with this item? I would like to swap it with these drugs, actually. Because a phosphorus grenade seems excessively useful. Throw a little woolly Pete at someone? That's going to be real good. An Ares Predator with a smart link? I don't really need that at all. Again, Stubbs McKenzie, fist is all he needs. A fist is all you need, folks. A shotgun? Alright, well, that's, again, not really something we can make use of. So, some grenades, some guns. Pretty much exactly what one would expect to find in an armory. No surprises there. Also, no real benefits for the old Stubbs McKenzie because guns and grenades, not really his forte. If we had someone along who could hack these turrets, that would be quite nice, but it does not appear that's going to be an option for us. So I guess we'll just go into this office with the fantastically secure code name. Let's just enter the door code. Are you going to actually... Yep, they're going to make me type it in. All right. Such pride they should have in their strong fucking internet security. All right, what's on the desk? Let's go steal it. What are you? We picked up a planning report. Operation False Flag planning report. Okay, we're going to have some... Aha! A stocky man in the military surplus jacket enters the room. He is flanked on either side by a pair of young women. Their faces are masked by white kerchiefs, and each of them carries an unholstered pistol. You brought 3 fucking guys? That's it. 3 guys, Stahl? You brought 3 guys. You should have rethought your plan, buddy. Volker Stahl. Lower your weapons, girls. We have a guest. The soldiers exchange glances, then lower their sidearms. They look at you, their stares full of hatred and bile. Their stare is full of bile. They should probably see an ophthalmologist about that. If you have bile coming out of your lacrimal ducts, that's going to cause some very serious eye trauma. You should really have that checked out. Volker Stahl. Yeah, that's better. His lips curl into a mirthless smile. I've shown you hospitality, dwarf. Now it's time for you to return the favor. So tell me, why are you here? I brought you your shipment and I'm here to get paid. I don't think so. I'm pretty much only interested in having everyone die. I'm here to shut you down, Stahl. He visibly struggles to keep his cool. You got balls, heifer. I'll give you that. No brains, though. Takes a special kind of fool to threaten me in my own compound. Insult me again and I'll break you in 2. Try it, heifer. My girls will shoot you dead before you make it 3 paces. I'm gonna bet that they won't, Stahl. In fact, I'm willing to bet my life on it. The unpleasant-looking youth toughs behind him smirk down at you. Just calm down, little one. It'd be tragic if you missed a big show. You're right, I do love WWE wrestling. As a dwarf and an alcoholic, I have to admit, I'm very fond of WWE's product, and the Big Show really truly is a headliner of significant size. I like the Big Show. He also has the best wrestling theme song of all time. Yeah, it's the Big Show. Gonna be a big-ass show tonight. Best wrestling theme song of all time, by the way. He offers you a broad smile. It's gonna be glorious, dwarf. The gas that you hauled in for us, it's gonna prove every word that we've been saying. The trogs, the heifers, the goddamn dandelion eaters, one whiff of this stuff and they're gonna tear each other apart. And then they'll spill into the good human neighborhoods where we'll be waiting to stop them. So, hold on a second here, Stahl. Let me get this straight. Your enormous, brilliant, genius plan is to loose a toxic gas that incites violence in people who breathe it out into the wild and then let metahumans sort of go on a rampage. What are the odds that your gas drifts into a neighborhood of your so-called good human neighborhoods here, and then they just get in on the violence as well and start tearing each other and then vicariously also you apart? It seems like a really fucking stupid plan. Then again, you are a fucking ridiculous skinhead bastard, so I suppose it's exactly the kind of plan you'd come up with. Just you watch and wait, mongrel. Stahl gives you a broad grin. It'll be a bloodbath. The only bloodbath tonight is going to happen right here in this room. The smile fades from his face. I've heard just about enough insolence from you. I might have my men teach you some manners. The sound of hurried footsteps echo down the hallway behind you. The Humanist leader smiles. And as luck would have it, here they come now. What are the odds that one of these guys is Dietrich's brother, friend, nephew, cousin, whatever the fuck it was he sent us here to get? Ah, well, what a surprise. Dietrich's eyes go wide. He takes a step toward the nearest Humanist gunman. So this is Alexander? Yeah. Alexander. Alexander. The youth blinks in surprise. He half lowers his weapon. Uncle Dietrich? Shoot him, Alexander. This man is an intruder and a traitor. Come here to do us harm. If you're going to put the shell in someone, put it in Stahl. He's a monster, Alex. I know that you could see that. The Humanist gunman flanking Stahl exchange uncertain glances. One begins to raise her pistol, but hurriedly lowers it when the Humanist leader steps forward. Stahl fixes Alexander with a stern gaze. You swore to keep an oath to us, Alexander. You will be a man and keep it. Alexander. Don't let him pressure you, kid. Don't let him pressure you, kid. Do whatever you want. I'm not a boy, and he's right. I did swear an oath. I owe Humanist. They took me in when nobody else would. Taught me to be strong. No, Alex. What these pigs are teaching you, it ain't strength. Come with me, and I'll take you under my wing. Show you what real strength is. This traitor associates with mongrel filth. If you listen to him, you'll be betraying your people. I don't know. I don't know what to do. If you can't see through Humanist's bullshit, you don't deserve to live. I'm gonna go with that, actually. Dietrich shoots you an angry look. Fuck off, Stubbs McKenzie. They don't have to prey on kids like Alex. It's not his fault. These animals don't respect you, Alexander. They deny your choice. Your uncle over there thinks you're a child. Now do the right thing and put an end to this. I'm telling you, Alex, he's using you. That's what groups like Humanists do. Dietrich's voice wavers. His eyes are wide as saucers. When he's finished with you, he'll toss you out. Just like your dad did. No, he won't. I've seen lots of Humanist guys who've been here for years. And if you really give a damn, you'd have been there for me when I needed you. Typical petulant, I hate you, vampire dad. No, Alex, don't do this. Alexander levels his rifle at Dietrich's head. It's done. He's gonna shoot Dietrich? Nope. Okay. Ow, he is gonna shoot Dietrich. You piece of shit scumbag. You turned out. Holy shit, Dietrich is all fucked up. Okay, so this has gone poorly. Dietrich is completely ruined. He should probably heal himself. He is very badly injured. So let's get Dietrich to some form of cover. And you can heal yourself. He got back an amazing 5 hit points. Well, that's friggin' fantastic. Also, stall, buddy, I hate to break it to you. You ain't getting away, son. You ain't getting away. So, let's go with a little bit of movement and punch here. We missed. Fantastic. So, Mana Fist punch. There we go. And stall goes down in one fucking punch. What a puss. Alright, so Turncoat Johnny here has probably got to fucking die pretty much immediately. Iger does not have fantastic shots. We are not in a brilliant position. She does have grenades, however. You know what? Oh, we can't throw one of those because it takes 2 action points. Alright then. So what's your best shot? 46%. Let's go with an aim shot if we're only going to get 1. 61, that's pretty good. Alright, so Iger's starting things off strong. Alright, Blitz, what can you do here? We need to get you to some cover. You're in a terrible position. Let's bring you over here and have you open up on the kid. Sorry, Dietrich, but this kid fucking asked for it, man. I mean, he really did kind of ask for it. Alright, so Iger actually got... Ooh, this is gonna... Alright. So this is not going fantastically for us. Let's... We don't really need Stride. Let's activate Killing Hands. That's gonna give us way more damage. So, El Puncho, which, of course, we then fucking missed. That's brilliant. We took a turn to activate that, and it missed. Fantastic. On the plus side, Dietrich should be able to do some solid damage here with his spell. That's pretty good. 1 kill, 1 guy is completely turned into a chunk of fucking dog food. So we're gonna grab Iger's shotgun. She can't miss this guy. Yeah, that's gotta suck for you, sir. So a double shotgun blast to the face for that guy. I think we should probably have Blitz just exchange fire, although he has a terrible chance to hit. Can we finish this guy off? Yes. And then... Alright, so the nephew proving himself to be remarkably resilient and also just shot Dietrich in the back. That's not cool. Man, you should have just walked in. I'm concerned about your whole I should fucking save my nephew plan here. 9 damage is all we got, huh? Alright, well, we don't really need magic resistance. Can we manifest this brick? There we go. Alright, so that's some solid damage. Dietrich still looks like a giant pile of dog shit. Give me a haste on Stubbs McKenzie, actually. This is probably Dietrich's most useful ability. And it lets us punch his nephew in the face again. It's not necessarily fantastic, so... Iger's shotgun is going to close things out for us. There we go. Shotgun for everybody. Looks like we're going to have to fight our way out. Yeah, well, I suspected as much all along. Not really a surprise. We should probably see about healing Iger. He looks real fucked... Or not Iger, rather, but Dietrich. He's really fucked up. Stubbs McKenzie, of course, still in pretty good shape. He's hasted. He has his Killing Hands active. It is on cooldown at the moment. Let's take a moment. You know what? Let's take a moment. We'll get a heal on Dietrich, assuming we can figure out how to do that. Like this. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. So we're just going to patch Dietrich up a little bit, and I think we're going to have a bit of a cliffhanger here with Stubbs and the pals still in the midst of combat. Episode's running a little long, so we will finish fighting our way out of the old Pola Club next time. Things, of course, not turning out fantastically well for Dietrich, and Stubbs sincerely apologizes. But that's what you get when you hang out with a hyper-violent drunken asshole. I mean, he's not really good in the social situations, and is quite prone to saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. You kind of should have expected that, Dietrich. Really should have expected it. Let's just take one very... yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. I'm just running around in circles. Stubbs McKenzie is pacing. He's a little he's a little bit of aggravated here. Who is hurt? Why don't you heal Blitz? There we go. Patch him back up. We'll just take a quick turn here to reposition. And with that taken care of, then I'm going to end my turn. We'll go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, of course, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Shadowrun, Dragonfall, the director's cut, including the thrilling conclusion as Stubbs McKenzie punches his way out of a gigantic ball of racist bastards, consider subscribing as well. We post new episodes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.